Ngiphinde nginamukele babukele emakhaya onihleli naye uPromisha Mazinga. Namhlanje ke sila Ophondweni ngizobuza nje abantu ke bala kwi-community ukuthi ke ngabe ke bazizwa kanjani bakithi ngomphakathi wabo. Ngibabuze nje imibuzo bethu ukubeka nezifiso ke abayifisayo. Sawubona sis.
Unjani?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm fine. So,
Okay, my first question says, what are your dreams for Ophondweni? Imaphi nje amaphupho nawo bakithi ngomphakathi wangakini?
firstly, to provide food parcels and to create business opportunity.
Yeah, to teach someone. Ngabe kuphi bakithi okwenzayo emphakathini wangakini ukuze ke bezizwe nabo befundiseka nkosami kulokhu ke abakuzamayo la emphakathini?
Can I explain in Zulu?
It's fine. You can explain in any language. China.
Okay. Ukuthi umuntu make him or her to understand. Concentrate on what he or she is doing. Right? Yeah.
My third question is, what brings you joy? Ingabe ukuphi ke okukulethele injabulo? Sengisho phela ngomphakathi wangakini.
Oh, okay.
Ophondweni.
Okay, ukuthi ubona ikusasa labantu qhakazeka yabo, bright future.
Yes.
And ukuthi each and every learner ukuthi esikoleni.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you so much, Bayanda. Manje ngiphethe usisi la. Sawubona sisi, ubegama la?
Usithole Lusanda.
Ngiphethe ke manje uLusanda. Lusanda, ngifuna ukubuza nje imibuzo embalwa. Nazi nabahle bakithi ngivulile kahle. Lusanda, nawo umbuzo wami wokuqala. Ngizozama nje ukuthi ngikusho ngesingisi, ngiphinde ngikusho ngesiZulu. Kodwa ngokuthanda ungaphendula noma ngaluphi ulimi. What are your dreams for Ophondweni?
My dream for Ophondweni is to see this area. Ukubona le ndawo ithuthuka nje, like sibe nezinto ezi-right because lana sishoda ngamanzi, sishode sometimes ugesi ubuye uhambe nomgwaqo ethi iyabheda. So ngicabanga ukuthi kumele sithuthukise lezo zinto ukuze sizoba nendawo e-right.
Athi ngibukele ngizwile ke usisi. Lokho akusho nami hayi, ngazi kabanzi ukuthi siyakudinga la emphakathini wangakithi ke. Umbuzo wesibili uthi ke, what do you do well enough to teach someone?
Ukufundisa abantu ukuthi bengazibandakanyi ezintweni ezibhedayo noma kanjengokuthi nje bengazidli isidakamizwa, abantu be-concentrate esikoleni, abantu uma kuyukuthi isikole abaphiwa ngakusona, befocus ekuthenini befezekise amaphupho abo because sonke ngesiphumelele ngemfundo.
Mlaleli ikhuluma kamnandi lentokazi ithi uma ukuthi ke mhlawumbe khona okwenzayo kuseceleni noma isikole singasaphumelelanga kodwa naso sibalekile phela. Zama ke phela ukuthi ufocus kulokho ophiwe kukho, mhlawumbe ke sengisho ama-talent. Umbuzo wesithathu uthi ke, what brings you joy? Emphakathini nje wangakini bakithi yini ekujabulisayo nje awungitshela?
Into engijabulisa emphakathini ukuthi ngibona abantu bethuthuka ngazo zonke iy'ndlela. Ungathuthuka mhlampe ngemfundo, ungathuthuka ngemizi, ungathuthuka futhi nokuthi mhlawumbe uyasiza emphakathini. Wonke umuntu uyakubona ekubonelela njengesibonelo esihle.
Iphendule kahle mlaleli lentombi. Siyabonga kakhulu ke Masithole. Ake ngiqhubeke ngidlale ngithathe okunye ngizomnikeza.
Some of the food you don't know about because I was too embarrassed to give the food. I was too embarrassed. Yes. So we brought food, but what we got on that day was something people from all around the world. So first, before I go on, I'd like Nolly to introduce my friend Diamond and my friend John.
Sawubona.
Yeah.
Ngithemba nisaphila. Siyabonga.
Focus, ladies.
Namhlanje. Ngithanda futhi ukuxolisa ukuthi sesinilindisa isikhathi eside. Lo muntu lo wenza kancane ekuseni. Kodwa kusile iphutha lakhe kuphela. Kube nenkinganyana nje emgwaqeni. Uthi usacela ukuthi ngilazise kubangani bakhe abalethile namhlanje baphuma phesheya uDiamond Hodges unonkosikazi wakhe usemthethweni ngoba uyagula isisu bese kuba umngane wakhe uJohn Zedla so bobabili baphuma phesheya ngendlela ubabakaLwazi athanda ngayo ukukhuluma ngani ukho konke abantu ahlangana nabo antshela ukuthi kunale ndawo abantu bakhona unothando lwabo banothando lwakhe banokufudumala ngabo and kunezinto abayidingayo ngoba ngangisho nasekuqaleni ukuthi akukho mina nobabakaLwazi asinayo imali asinawo amandla okunenzela konke esingathanda ukunenzela khona kodwa sikwazi ukwenza ukuthi sikhulume ngani kubantu and so that's what we've done and just really
It's actually because of Diamond that we came in the first place. I've got a story to tell you that I've told other people. Diamond's got a daughter. His daughter is now what my wife is telling me is that she needs to okay, you can tell them the story about Diamond and DJ and how and the money and why we came to this place.
okay, so uthi ufuna ngisicela ukuthi saqala kanjani ukuzala. Okay, so uDiamond unendodakazi ngaleso sikhathi yase 2020 wayena 18 or 19 and ezofunda eSwatini esuka phesheya. So mafika lana ubabakaLwazi noDiamond babezana vele babe abangani ngoba uDiamond wake weza eKapa babakaLwazi sahlala eKapa baxhumanana lapho ke uma ngabe undodakazi wakhe ukuza undodakazi wamuyeza ngingakwazi ukuthi ehlale nani isikhashana esamele ukuthi eSwazini sathi thina-ke kulungile angaze ahlale nathi wathi uma ngabe sehamba washiya nemadlana encane sathatha leyo mali yona imali eseza ngayo la okokuqala size sikhonze nanje kwaku-2020 vele so ilapho kuthando ngempela lokuthi sifake ukuxhasana nani olwaphuma khona.
And so since then we have been talking about Ophondweni. We've been talking about Ophondweni. We've been speaking about Ophondweni, and we spoke about Ophondweni to Diamond, to John, and they're here today to see and to meet you. We spoke about Ophondweni to other people, and other people I know from time to time they see me in the area. My Zulu is terrible. So my brother here, Tembinkosi in Konazi, whenever I come, then he Masuku, who's a brilliant historian. Recorded, I don't know if everyone knows, Mr. Masuku has recorded everyone's family history in the village. He's walked around, visited down family. Mr. Masuku is also an inventor, and together with Mr. Masuku, one day we will build a cultural center. So I discovered this gift, and I've been talking about Mr. Masuku's gifts. There was, when it was, funeral, there were ladies who came that night and helped us cook and prepare food. And they have gifts. I've been talking about Mr. Tembin Kosi, besides being my teacher. He's also a very good builder. He's just built his own house with his own hands. He also knows and has studied agriculture. There are many things that I've spoken about. And so today is just about us being here, celebrating your gifts. There's a young lady here, Promise, called Tommy. We discovered her when we were young. She did. She recorded a story. Then she put the story out for everyone to see what it is. She's a very gifted storyteller. She has a channel where she shares the news, but she also does it with humor. So very much. And I'll ask her today while we're sitting and celebrating, and she's going to ask you all to answer the questions. You don't have to answer it if you don't want to, but she's going to ask you those three questions. Now, we also have a group of young people who come here to perform for us. And what I'd like to do is, if anyone wants to share their gifts or tell us a story, we speak to myself, Mr. John Cena, or Mr. Giamon Hodges, then we are here just to celebrate and enjoy. There's no formal meeting, but what you say today will be noted down. Will be noted down.
Labona emakhaya sengibuyile ngisho ngathi ngizobuya-ke nangusisi la. Sawubona sisi, ngoba igama lakho?
Igama lami nguzonke ngwaNcube.
Uzonke okwaNcube bakithi. Siyakwamukela-ke la. Ngithi-ke ake ngizokubuza bakithi imibuzo embalwa. Umbuzo wami wokuqala zonke uthi-ke, what are your dreams for Ophondweni?
My dreams of us opened in the era is to sing my era with the better road, Ijita road, or sing my era Ophondweni becoming a better area. Yeah.
Great job opportunities.
And job opportunities, have job opportunities.
Yes, thank you so much zonke. Umlaleli ngicasisile into kazi engikhuluma kakhulu. My second question says, what do you do well enough to teach someone? Sengisho-ke la Ophondweni endaweni yangakini.
I make sure that he or she understand the questions. I make sure the questions are clear and good and valid.
My third question is what brings you joy when it comes to your community?
I think that brings joy about my community, seeing our sisters and brothers becoming something in front of us, and seeing our era becoming in something.
Thank you so much, Sotia. That was so much interesting. Wow. I love your answers. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Let's move to someone else. Angiqhubeke ngi-interview.
Ngihlangane nani ezifuna ngale
Oh, did
ndawo
she get it right?
ngabe kwangaba lula for thina ukuthi shade sidlalele ibholi siqhubeke nempilo yethu singaphinde sibuye la singakhulumi ngani singazami ukuba involved singazami ukunati singakhulumi iy'nkinga zala kwangaba lula kakhulu kodwa sinalo lolo thando and lolo thando sinalo ngiyabona hayi luphuma ngezinto futhi ukuthi size la sifune egoli zimalini isikhathi esiningi angikwazi ngisho ukuza ngababalwazi ngoba ngiyasebenza sisacela uma ngabe nsikade nimphathe kahle shems nimphathe kahle akanizi uma ngikhuluma nibe naleyo nto nalolo thando engilwaziyo and that is for me back. Okay, thanks.
What did they say? MC. They will also be your interpreter if you want to bingo.
I mean, obviously, I think lastly, I'd like to bring up no German, bengathanda ukusho okuncane begin. You can start with
I would like to thank you all for inviting us to your community. It has great meaning for us as Black people in the United States, as you are our family. We'd like to thank you, and we believe that every single person should shine, and you are an inspiration for my neighborhood. Thank you.
njengabantu abamnyama labantu abathathu baluthando labantu abamnyama masesikhuluma amaqiniso and ukuthi bazile bathi nabo bathatha imali yabo bathatha isikhathi sabo beze bazokhuluma nathi impela sikwazi ukuthatha njengento encane leyo so bathi njengabantu abamnyama asibambisaneni uma ubona omunye neighbor wakhe edinga usizo hambe usiza lapho khona khona mhlawumbe ongakwazi ukusiza ngakho kuphela ngalelo langa ukuthi uhambe uqubula ubisi lakhe uma ngabe ehlezwa iteksi but asisizane asibe nalolo thando.
Yes. Yeah.
My name is Dr. John Sigler. I come from Chicago. It's been an honor to be in the village and welcoming. I'm gonna tell you, feel like home. I come to learn, even though I'm a professor, I'm learning from you. And thank you for sharing and welcoming me to this space in your village. I like to share this with my village in Chicago.
Noma yena udokotela umuntu ofunde kakhulu uyathanda ukuthi thina sivule iminyango yethu
Balele
Is the gift of farming, of planting, because you've planted beautiful onions. But I'd like to know from other people, what are their dreams? Maybe it's the same, but what are their dreams for Ophondweni?
Follow-up question for Mark.
Okay.
How much?
Phela bengingatshalile kakhulu. Ngitshalile nje ngiyabadayisela abantu kancane ngoba inkinga amanzi. Yebo. Kodwa nje ukudla nangabe ukutshala kuyavuma kakhulu. Ngisho amaklabishi yonke into. Ngisho amazambane ukudla nje kuningi la lendawo yethu. Kodwa amandla okusebenza ukuthi asinawo ke. Namanzi asiwatholi ngendlela efanele. Awekho.
She is responding and saying that currently, due to the limited resources that they have, the farming that they are doing is more of subsistence farming, so that they can eat. So they do have the potential to grow it commercially, but due to the challenges that they have with water and resources, it becomes difficult to expand and grow at large. But currently they are having it at very local, small scale, whereby they are farming for people to eat, but it's not yet commercial. But they do have a potential to be commercial if they have resources.
Bob, I got a question about it. When you said that that cultivating the land, are you a cultivator? Do you plow the land? Is that what you do?
Yes. Yes, he is. He is currently able to plant beans and potatoes, and he can work wonders with those two crops.
I have never been able to plant potatoes. I've never been able to plant potatoes, but you can plant, so you could teach me how to plant potatoes.
uthi akaze yena akwazi ukutshala amazambane, so unethemba ukuthi babuzomfundisa ukuthi atshalwa kanje, alimwa kanjani amazambane.
I've got two more questions, but first I'd like to know from the ladies, what are their dreams for this community?
Okay. Uyabuza lapha komama ukuthi mhlawumbe amaphupho nezifiso zale ndawo mhlawumbe yini enikufisayo ukubona kwenzeka noma ukukhuphula umnotho womphakathi walapha Ophondweni.
Iy'ngane zethu ziyafunda zigcine zingasebenzi ihlele emakhaya. Mangase kuvulwe mhlambe noma ama-factory noma mhlambe kube nemoli ukuze iy'ngane zikwazi ukuthi uma iqeda isikole zisebenze. Nathi ngokunjalo siyayidinga imisebenzi kakhulu.
Kahle kahle i-business center futhi.
Response is that this area, they've got children that are learning, that are in various educational facilities. But the problem is that when they are finished with their education, there are no employment opportunities that are available. So what they would like to see is that this area become a business hub, whereby they can actually be able to get employment within the area. They can get factories that can produce goods from the products that they are creating in this particular area and sell it to various markets. And the gentleman there said that he wants to see a business center.
Oh, nginebhizinisi ley'nkukhu, ngidayisa iy'nkukhu, iy'ngulube, ngitshalile umoba, nengadi nje nginayo, ngiyatshala. Yeah.
Me, I'm business. Helper. I'm helper. Direct wave. Ngudokotela.
Siyabonga kakhulu, siyabonga. Siyabonga.
Lapha ngisemkhakheni mina ngu-Eric Mbongeni Masuku emanzi amnandi kwagoba igagu ngizala uNtabazonke Absalon Masuku, ubaba wami lowo ongizalayo. Ngisebenza emkhakheni wokusungula izinto lesikhathi eside ngilwa kulo mkhakha wokusungula ukusungula ngiqale ngo-1983 ukusungula effectively ngiqale ngo-1983 ukwenza lo ukufundela nje lo mkhakha ngizenzela ngasese qale ngo-1983 kwaze kwaba ngo-1990 ngifunda ulwazi olungeke encwadini futhi crude information teaching ngeze i-crude information teaching science. Crude information teaching science iwona mkhakha ngofunda ngenxa yothando nogqozi kulo mkhakha. Zikhona-ke izinto eziphathekayo engizenzile njengoba nibona le khona engiyifakile nemoto ibhale laphana. Umkhakha lo omusha-ke inhloso yami ukuba ngeze profession ezosiza abantu abasha. Kule profession abantu abasha bazosizakala kakhulu ngoba ngispecialize emkhakheni womlando. Kunamasayini asunguliwe ahambisana nomlando. Lawa masayini kuthiwa i-human descriptive science i-33 i-human descriptive science efundwayo ihambisana nomlando. Ngakho-ke ngacela uMvume Mgeza ukuba ngenze lo mkhakha yangithatha intula ngisakhona-ke ngase ngiqala-ke ukusebenza ngo-97 ngiphuma nje nomuzi ngiqoqa umlando emakhaya nje onke ngenhloso yokuthi iy'ngane zethu ngifisa ukuthi zibe nolwazi ngezinto ezizenzayo ngezinto ezenzakalayo emphakathini ukuze ukuthi noma sesihambile ziwazi umlando wazo iy'ngane ziwufunde ziwazi umlando wazo ukuthi zala ngobani. Inhloso-ke yileyo ngoba abantu abadala baya ngokuya bephela abantu abadala. Ingakho-ke ngenza lo mkhakha ukuvula nje i-profession ukuze kusizakale izingane zethu. Umkhakha omusha uzofundelwa lo mkhakha. Kuningi okusunguliwe ngaphansi kwalo munyango njengoba imoto leyana ibhalwe ukuthi Department of Invention and Discovery. KwaZulu-Natal Department of Invention and Discovery. Sisebenza ukusungula izinto ezintsha engazange zibe khona. Ngakho-ke ekusunguleni lapha-ke sinama-sports amabili asunguliwe. Ekuthiwa ama-commercial sports, futhi kune-sport esibizwa kuthiwa i-free scoring point tennis ball. Isport esisha lesi, free scoring point tennis ball. Bese siba ne-sport ekuthiwa i-legal action ball. Zidlala ngemikhathi eyehlukene lama-sports. Iwona-ke lama-sports azosiza kakhulu ekhuphuleni izinga lomnotho ey'nganeni zethu nezingane ey'hleli emakhaya. Ingane ikwazi ukuzakhela umnotho ifunda i-commercial sports la mabili lama-commercial sports akhona. Igrawundi lakhona sengilakhile ekhaya noma lingakapheli kodwa sikhona siza esikhombisayo ukuthi naye lena. Ngakho-ke iwona-ke umkhakha lo mphakathi esiwenzayo. Ngakho ngoqa nje ngiyabonga kakhulu ukuba ubaba wethu asilethele abafowethu laba abafikile. Siyambonga kakhulu uNkulunkulu ngabo. Cha bayithi ngithi angikubeke lokhu abafuna ngikusho eqaleni. Kahle kahle mina ngingumzalwane, ngiyakholelwa kuNkulunkulu. Ngiphinde ngibe yile minister esontweni Anglican Church. Izinto engiyizona ngakho-ke ngiyakholelwa ekukholeni kukaNkulunkulu. Ngakho konke engikwenzayo angikwenzi ngokuhlakanipha kwami, kodwa uNkulunkulu ongisizayo kuzo zonke izinto engizenzayo. Angenzi nje inhloso yami akukholwa nje ukuthola imali, kodwa ukusebenzela izwe lakithi ukuze ingane zethu zonke ingasebenzi kunesebenzi. Inhloso yami leyo usizakale bonke abantu. I-profession njengamanje i-ready sekusele kuphela kwakhiwa i-institution, bese-ke ingane zethu-ke ziyasebenza-ke kulo mkhakha omusha. Ngakho-ke sinemndeni ngathi ne-600 imndeni esinayo lapha ku-institution. Sekusele ukuthi kwakhiwe isakhiwo-ke bese ingane zethu ziyaqala ukusebenza-ke, bese lezi zakhiwo zelapha sebafika yonke isiyake sikwazi ukuphumelela. Ngakho ngiyanxusa abaholi bami bonke ukuba bangisize. Ilokho-ke bakithi engithi angikubeke endlini yakithi ukuthi konke sekulungisiwe, sekusele kuphela kwakho i-institution kusebenze izingane zakithi. Njengokubona nje la leli khona ngiyifakile ilokho le-athiwa lakwa-invention. Njengokubona lapha nje SAPPD, South African Public Project Designing. Siyasungula ama-project amasha angazange abe khona. Iwona mkhakha bengiwenzile ngesikhathi eside, ngenza amalungiselelo e-South Africa. Yilokho ngiyabonga kakhulu uma abaholi bami bengangizwela bengihawukele. Nkosi yami angithandi ukufa nolwazi, kodwa ngifisa ukuthi ulwazi lisale siza abaningi abazosala ngemuva. Yilokho engikucelayo. Ngiyakhuleka ama-Afrika manje, ngiyakhuleka ingane zakwethu. Ngicela usizo, ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Thanks. Baba said a mouthful there, and I'll try and just summarize because I think we have still got it on audio. So, but just to summarize in short, Ubaba is passionate with community development. He did mention his background, where he was born, and the institution that he has started. The institution is called the KZN Department of Invention and Discovery. This institution is based within the community, and they want to uplift the community with new innovative ideas and projects and programs. Currently, they've got two new innovative sports that have just been, or they are being invented and are in the process of being rolled out. The two codes of sport are free scoring point tennis ball and needle action ball. These are two codes of sports that are new, that are being developed. Currently, he has got a plot where they have designed the field that they are going to be playing these sports in. Now, in this institution that he has started, they want to bring new and innovative ideas that will assist the community in development. When they're doing this, he's doing this as a non-profit company or organization that is not seeking to make any revenue, but in the main they want to develop and uplift the community. Um, they have over 600 families that are part of that are part of this institution currently, but they need assistance with a facility that can house this institution and further contribute towards developing these innovative ideas. So their appeal is that with the stakeholders and with donors that you are meeting, can you please assist them in building this facility, this institution, this house that will house these new and innovative ideas that will uplift the community. He did mention that he is a firm believer in education. His father took him to school and he appreciates that. And he wants kids to be given an opportunity to get into a formal education system and also be allowed to explore their creativity and not be confined in terms of innovative and innovation and innovative ideas. So this institution will render support to the education program that is currently existing. This facility would be a non-profit organization, and fundamentally he is a Christian, and he is from the Anglican Christian Church, and he is willing that they also teach Christian values in this particular center. So this is in brief, the summary of the presentation.
So I want to respond to Mama's comment about being reticent. And in my place, people come and promise the same thing. And what we say in our community, if we ask for someone's gifts, it is a sin not to act on those gifts. So I hear you, I see you.
Beresponda lapha babuthi nasemphakathini wakhe lapha aqhamuka khona bakhona abantu abathembisayo kodwa bengenzi, and kuyiqiniso ukuthi uma uthembisile wangafeza isono leso. Nabo bazozama bangakuzama but bayafisa ukuthi abakwenzayo nabakuthembisayo bakufeze bakwenze kwenzeke.
For us, this journey for us is to learn how to think about being black as a global thing. And what we commit as black people in the United States don't always have a lot of money either, but we do have resources that we can share. And we would like to figure out ways that we all together as one unit to commit our resources. You all teaching us and us all helping you get connected to resources.
Ubhuti lapha uthi njengoba befikile nje la bafike beze ngokuqonda ukuthi singabantu abamnyama singabantu abamnyama emhlabeni wonke jikelele. Njengoba nje sibamnyama nje sila eAfrika nabo bamnyama bephesheya kolwandle. Lapho bahlezi khona ke nokho abanayo imali eningi, kodwa banazo izinto zokulekelela ukuthi kusebenzeke ama-resource, ngazi ngakubeka kanjani ngesizulu, iy'nsiza kusebenza. Yes, banazo iy'nsiza kusebenza. So njengoba lapha nje bazolalela ukuthi yini mhlawumbe esikufisayo nesifisa ukukwenza, bese baphindele emuva beyobuka ukuthi-ke ey'ntweni abanazo zokusiza ikuphi abangakwazi bakulethe mhlawumbe basize ukuthi kufike kuzonilekelela nani ukuthi nikwazi ukuqhubeka nizisize nani. So nokuba imali ephathekayo bengenayo imali, kodwa iy'nsiza lezi zikhona, bayalalela, bayezwa, basazophindela emuva bese bebona ukuthi-ke bangenza kanjani ukuthi sisizakale sonke njengabantu abamnyama emhlabeni, hhayi Afrika kuphela.
And so what I'm saying is that I'd like to start with the most important thing as humans we can build is relationship and trust.
Uyafisa-ke ukuthi-ke mhlawumbe siqale njengoba nje sifuna ukwakha into yokuqala ebalulekile kumele siyakhe funa sakhe ubudlelwane sakhe nokuthembana entweni esiyenzayo.
I would just like, there's some young people that have joined us. I'd like to hear from some of the younger people what their dreams are for this community.
Ngizodulukela abantu abadala ingane ziyezwa. Uthi uyabona ukuthi khona abantu abasha bakhona phakathi kwethu, uyafisa ukuthi nabo bayikhulumele basho ngokwabo ukuthi ke iziphi izifiso abanazo ngomphakathi.
Sanibonani. Igama lami mina nguPromisha Masi. Nami khona iqhaza elikhulu engilibambile emphakathini wangakithi ngoba nginakho ukuthi ngiphamise abantu abasazama ama-artist kanje ngibaphamise baziwe. Kodwa isifiso sami nje engathanda ukuthi emphakathini wangakithi ukuthi kwenzeke ukuthi njengoba abade bechaza omama ngicathi bakhulume kakhulu ukuthi kube nama-job opportunities, imigwaqo yethu ilungiswe, kwazi ukuthi mhlawumbe ey'koleni uma kukhona iy'ngane because asifani ngokwesimo, mhlawumbe khona abantu abangekho right, khona iy'ngane engenayo i-uniform, iy'mpahla, kube ukuthi siyabahambisela, kweminye imizi bahambisela ukudla, ama-food parcels, nje kuningi. Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
So this young lady, Promise, her name, she said that she is concurring with what the previous speakers have been talking about, the development in the community through the agricultural space. But over and above that, as the young people, she is passionate about developing art and culture within the community. She is passionate about making sure that kids are not all able to achieve academically, but some have got a future in the art and culture space. So she'd like to assist them to be exposed in that particular space. And then also kids all in schools, or children in schools, or learners in schools, they do not have necessarily uniforms, they do not have access to stationaries, so they would like to assist, see the kids being assisted with stationery, with textbooks, things that will assist them in their learning process. Also, they would like to see the roads around here being fixed, and the infrastructure that will enable the economy of this place to develop being fixed as well.
I'm greeting everyone who's here. My name is Mngweta Mzanke. As I'll talk about something I wanna see happening in my community. I want to help children who are suffering from school's uniform and food, help them with food parcels, and seeing my community becoming something like we can maybe start planting and help with those food to those who are suffering from food. And yeah, thank you.
Sanibona. Mina engingathanda ukuthi sisize ngakho la emphakathini ukuthi thina la emphakathini wakithi asinawo ama-resources amaningi nanezinto ey'ningi, but kukhona esinakho like umhlaba. So engingathanda ukuthi mhlampe besisize ngakho ukuthi besisize ngokuthi sikwazi ukuthatha lokho esinakho sikusebenzise ukuthola esingenakho, because we have land, we can plant, sibe ney'lwane ukuze sizokwazi ukuthi sithole imali lena esingenayo. Umhlaba lana mningi as you can see, but akutshaliwe, kodwa abantu bakhona abantu abafisa ukutshala. So singakwazi ukuthi esikufisayo ukuthi sithathe lo mhlaba mhlampe kube nosizo like iy'mbewu nazo zonke izinto engakwazi ukuthi kugcine kusebenziseka lo mhlaba lo esinawo ukuthi sithole izinto esingenazo. Ngiyabonga. Yes.
I want to know what it is you do so well that
what I can teach you about my culture because I'm very interested in my culture. So I can teach you what I know from where I am. Like everything that is the way that we live in the community, everything that we do as a whole. Like in this community, everything that we do, we share it. We share pain, we share loss, we share happiness. For example, when there is a wedding here, we all attend that wedding, even if we are not invited in that wedding. But we share everything. Even if someone has died, we all go there without being invited. So, what I can teach you is about my culture because it is a very, very interesting culture. Yeah.
Okay. English, mom. Thina-ke ngoba sinawo-ke umhlaba, nami ngizosekela lento ekade ishiwo ubhuti wami lapha, ukuthi njengoba sinawo umhlaba, cela besisize ukuthi sibe nama-attractions amaningi, khona sizokwazi ukuthi sibe ne-increase in tourist number and ne-society yethu izokwazi ukuthi ithuthuke kakhulu. Futhi the time siba nama-attractions, more tourists come as we have more resources and ish, njengoba siba nama-attractions amaningi nabantu abaningi bazoza. The time beza abantu kuzobe kukhandeka ama-job opportunities for labantu abangenayo imisebenzi or something. Ngiyabonga.
Hey, so many. Right. Come much man. Spa spoke about Spa you covered with him. Okay. The lady the Lusanda is said that she concurs with the previous speaker that they do have a vast amount of land that can be used for agricultural purposes, but they want to put more attractions in the area. She did not specify what types of attraction, but she wants to bring attraction in the area so that tourists can come and see what they are doing, how they are living, and maybe impart some few things into the community. So they want to increase the number of attractions that are here that would draw more tourists into the area and make this place a tourism destination. And then the lady here spoke about assisting kids with stationaries and families that do not have food security, that they can have food parcels or food hampers that they can give to the families to eat. Sis, ama-attractions akho anjani? Okay. Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. Okay. So just her attractions in the main are within the arts and culture space that can bring people to come and see the cultural diversity within this place, and then also once they have those cultural activities going on, can attract more malls, police stations, infrastructure that will add value into the arts and culture programs that are already existing.
Thank you. There's one more question I want to ask, but before I ask it, we've all been sitting, and I know the young people have brought something they want to share with us. So I'd like to ask them if they would like to dance for us now, just so that we can loosen up a little bit. Otherwise, let's just
emakhaya sengibuyile-ke ngithe ngizobuya-ke kuwe. Umbuzo-ke enginawo wokugcina bakithi ngizobuza umama. Sawubona mama.
Yebo, njani?
Siyaphila thina. Umama konje uMrs Sibani.
Bese sisithole.
Siyakwamukela Mrs Sithole. My question is, what brings you joy? Yeah, okay. My question is, what brings you joy? Kahle kahle yini nje ekujabulisayo? Sengisho-ke ngumphakathi wangakini bakithi okubona nje kwenzeka noma okusazokwenzeka yini ekujabulisayo?
Into engijabulisayo nje ukubona abantwana bejabule nomphakathi sihlangene kumnandi. Kuyangijabulisa lokho nje bedansa abanye bayasina. Kumnandi nje kakhulu kuyangijabulisa lokho.
Mlaleli umzwile-ke umama uphendule kahle kakhulu. Siyabonga kakhulu. Sengibuyile-ke mbukeli ngiphethe-ke omunye-ke ilunga lomphakathi ngizolibuza umbuzo. Sawubona baba.
Yebo, njani?
Siyaphila. Konje ubaba bani?
Uthembinkosi Mkhwanazi.
Sakwamukela baba Mkhwanazi. Baba Mkhwanazi nginombuzo la kuthiwa ngibuze wona. Ngifuna ukubuza ukuthi-ke what brings you joy? Ngabe yini-ke bakithi le kujabulisayo wena njengelunga lala emphakathini wasophondweni?
Okungijabulisa kakhulu njengomphathi wasophondweni ngoba sikule event yanamhlanje. Ngibona umphakathi esinawo lana usinikeza ama-ideas ahlukene futhi naphumelelisa abantu abamnyama ukuya phambili, nakuthembisa ukuthi kuyoba khona i-future ngesikhathi esilandelayo. Siyabona nje ikakhulukazi kuphakanyiswa ezolimo njengento eyi-priority. Ngempela futhi lapho okuyisidingo khona ngempela ukuthi ukudla kuyadingeka emphakathini, izinga lokudla liphezulu. Kuyakhomba ukuthi abantu uma beyilimela bona kungenzeka lokho ukuthi bengakwazi ukuthi be-waste imali eningi ukuya emakethe, kodwa kunalokho bengakwazi ukuthi bey'khandele ukudla begcine imali yabo ngendlela e-right.
Lele nginamukela baba emakhaya sengibuyile ngishilo ngathi ngizobuya ngiphethe-ke abanye-ke abangamalungu omphakathi ngizobabuza nje imibuzo. Mele lapha indawo yangakubo Ophondweni. Ngicela ukubuza bhuti, uba igama lakho?
Ngisimango ngaZulu.
Sakwamukela-ke Simanga Zulu. Ngicela ukubuza ukuthi-ke what can be done to improve Ophondweni, sengisho i-community le yangakini. Yini-ke esingayenza noma engenziwa bakithi umuntu ozamayo bakithi ukuthi ufuna ukuchaza lapha nalapha yini engayenza?
First of all, I would like to thank you for the opportunity that you gave me. What can be done is that we need to promote small businesses, as we all can say that the environment that we are living at, we don't have much of opportunities. We need to promote small businesses, enhance infrastructures at schools. One of the basic things that I have noticed is that uh, here at my area, the schools that we have, they do not have infrastructures, they do not have proper learning material. They only teach students what they believe that they must be taught. Actually, once we finish matric, only to find out that whatever that you were taught, it has nothing to do with what can help you. I can also reference that I'm well educated, but with the education that I have, there is nothing that I can bring as a reference of I got it through education. Whatever that I have, whatever that I possess, I got it out of education. The only benefit that I have from going to school is by learning how to talk with other natives. So what I believe is that we need to improve the learning strategies. We need to teach our students, our brothers and sisters, how to live out of school.
Thank you so much bhuti wakwaZulu, siyabonga kakhulu ngombuzo. Ngabe khona-ke omunye othandayo bakithi? WaZungu. Zungu. Okay, thank you so much Zungu. Hello guys, as I said, I will come back. Right now I have I'm with our visitor from America, Jay-Z. Did I pronounce it correct? I'm with Jay-Z. I want to ask you a few questions since you have visited here. What did you learn from our community? Since you have
I learned the meaning of community, no? I think people say community and it means so many different things and so many different people, right? But community to me means kinship. It means a closeness. It means connecting. It means people sharing. It means people who are sacrificing for each other. Um, and it has a deep sense of legacy, understanding our ancestors. All of that is to me is part of a community. I also learn resilience. People think of struggle, but I think of it as people are resilient, you know? Yeah. Um, and I also think we have the most beautiful people in the world. You know, black is beautiful for
Yes.
real.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I know that you are going back to America. I want to ask if would you like to come back to visit us? That's the important question.
Sure. Yeah. So I'm working on a project in Durban that will have my students do work back and forth. I have a small place in Cape Town, so I come quite often. Yeah. And so I work in townships, in Kosa townships. So I do come. No, I haven't been here. No. So this is my first time here.
Oh, your first time here,
Yeah. Hmm.
but not in. Uh,
Not in South Africa. No.
okay.
Yeah, I've been coming for a while.
Oh, thank you so much for the answers.
Yeah.